Question 1. What does this sign indicate to drivers approaching a junction? A. You have priority over all traffic. B. You must give way to traffic. C. Stop before proceeding. D. Turn right only. Answers is B. You must give way to traffic. The give way sign means you must yield priority to traffic on the major road or from the right at an uncontrolled junction. Question 2. What is prohibited at all times in areas marked with this sign? A. Parking for more than 5 minutes. B. Waiting for passengers. C. Stopping for any reason. D. Loading or unloading goods. Answers is C. Stopping for any reason. The no stopping sign indicates that you are not allowed to stop your vehicle for any reason, even briefly, including picking up or dropping off passengers or goods. Question 3. When approaching a roundabout, what is the correct action to take? A. Enter quickly to avoid delays. B. Give way to traffic in the roundabout. C. Signal right, then enter immediately. D. Always stop before entering. Answers is B. Give way to traffic in the roundabout. At a roundabout, you must always give way to traffic already circulating within the roundabout, unless otherwise directed by signs or signals. Question 4. Before changing lanes on an expressway, what is the most important check a driver must perform? A. Check fuel level. B. Adjust car radio. C. Check blind spots, mirrors, and signal. D. Speed up to merge quickly. Answers is C. Check blind spots, mirrors, and signal. Always ensure the lane is clear. Check mirrors and blind spots thoroughly, and signal early to inform other road users before changing lanes to prevent collisions. Question 5. What is the maximum distance a vehicle can be parked from the edge of the carriageway unless markings allow otherwise? A. 1 meter. B. 50 centimeters. C. 25 centimeters. D. As far as possible. Answers is B. 50 centimeters. Vehicles must be parked as close as practicable to the edge of the carriageway, generally not more than 50 centimeters away, to avoid obstructing traffic flow. Question 6. What should drivers do upon seeing this sign ahead? A. Speed up to clear the area. B. Be prepared to stop for pedestrians. C. Sound the horn repeatedly. D. Only yield if children are present. Answers is B. Be prepared to stop for pedestrians. This pedestrian crossing sign warns of an approaching pedestrian crossing. Drivers must slow down and be ready to stop if pedestrians are using or about to use the crossing. Question 7. What does this road sign indicate regarding vehicle speed? A. Minimum speed limit is 50. B. Maximum speed limit is 50. C. Recommended speed is 50. D. No speed limit. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit is 50. This sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour. Drivers must not exceed this speed. Question 8. What does this sign instruct drivers to do at this junction? A. Turn left only. B. Turn right only. C. Drive straight ahead only. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is C. drive straight ahead only. This mandatory sign, proceed straight, indicates that all vehicles must proceed straight in the direction shown by the arrow and are not permitted to turn left or right. Question 9. When driving in heavy rain, what is the safest practice? A. Maintain normal speed. B. Reduce speed and increase distance. C. Use hazard lights constantly. D. Overtake slow vehicles quickly. Answers is B. Reduce speed and increase distance. Wet roads reduce tire grip and visibility, making it harder to stop. Reducing speed and increasing following distance provides more time and space for safe maneuvers and reaction. Question 10. When must a driver switch on their vehicle's headlights in Singapore? A. Only on expressways. B. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. or poor visibility. C. Only during fog. D. Optional at all times. Answers is B. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. or poor visibility. By law, headlights must be used during these hours or any time visibility is low, such as during heavy rain or fog, to ensure the vehicle is seen by others. Question 11. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Smooth road ahead. B. Uneven road surface. C. Road closed. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Uneven road surface. The uneven road sign warns drivers to expect an irregular road surface ahead, which may require reducing speed to maintain control and comfort. Question 12. What action is required when encountering this sign? A. Slow down and proceed. B. Stop completely, then give way. C. Yield to pedestrians only. D. Accelerate through junction. Answers is B. Stop completely, then give way. The stop and give way sign means you must come to a complete stop before the stop line, then yield to all traffic on the intersecting road before proceeding safely. Question 13. What does this sign mean for vehicles turning right? A. Right turn permitted. B. No right turn allowed. C. Right turn only for buses. D. Yield to traffic. Answers is B. No right turn allowed. This no right turn sign prohibits vehicles from making a right turn at the intersection or point where the sign is displayed. Question 14. In Singapore, what is the maximum speed limit for vehicles on most urban roads unless otherwise stated? A. 70 km per hour. B. 50 km per hour. C. 60 km per hour. D. 40 km per hour. Answers is B. 50. The general speed limit for most urban roads in Singapore is 50 km per hour, unless specific signage indicates a different limit. Question 15. When approaching a bus stop with a bus signaling to move off, what should you do? A. Overtake quickly. B. Allow the bus to move off safely. C. Sound your horn repeatedly. D. Block the bus to maintain your lane. Answers is B. Allow the bus to move off safely. You should be courteous and allow public buses to move off from bus stops when they signal, as they may have difficulty re-entering traffic, especially during peak hours. Question 16. What does this sign indicate is ahead? A. Train crossing. B. Traffic light signal. C. Roadworks. D. Pedestrian only zone. Answers is B, traffic light signal. This traffic light ahead warning sign indicates that there are traffic light signals at an upcoming intersection or point on the road, prompting drivers to prepare to stop. Question 17. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Entry permitted. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. One-way street. D. Pedestrian zone. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This no entry for all vehicles sign means that no vehicles are allowed to enter the road or area beyond the sign in the direction it is facing. Question 18. What is the mandatory action for drivers seeing this sign? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Turn right only. This turn right mandatory sign indicates that all vehicles must turn right at the junction or intersection where it is placed. Question 19. What should a driver do if their vehicle breaks down on an expressway shoulder? A. Attempt repairs immediately. B. Switch on hazard lights, call for help. C. Stand behind the vehicle for safety. D. Walk to the nearest exit. Answers is B. Switch on hazard lights, call for help. If your vehicle breaks down on an expressway shoulder, switch on hazard lights, ensure passengers alight on the left side, move to a safe location away from traffic, and call for assistance. Question 20. When should you use your vehicle's horn in Singapore? A. To greet friends. B. To warn of danger only. C. To show annoyance. D. To alert slow drivers. Answers is B. To warn of danger only. The horn should only be used to warn other road users of impending danger or your presence, not as a general signal of frustration or greeting. Question 21. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. New road surface. B. Slippery road. C. Uneven road. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Slippery road. This slippery road warning sign indicates that the road surface ahead may be slippery, especially when wet, requiring drivers to reduce speed and exercise caution. Question 22. What does this sign mean for oncoming traffic? A. You have priority. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. Both directions have priority. D. Traffic lights ahead. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority. This priority over oncoming traffic is sign indicates that you must give way to vehicles approaching from the opposite direction, as they have priority. Question 23. What action is prohibited by this sign? A. Turning left. B. Making a U-turn. C. Turning right. D. Stopping at this point. Answers is B. Making a U-turn. This no sign prohibits drivers from making a U-turn at the specific location where the sign is posted. Question 24. What is the purpose of chevron markings on the road? A. Parking zones. B. To separate traffic flow or delineate islands. C. Indicate bus lanes. D. Pedestrian walkways. Answers is B. To separate traffic flow or delineate islands. Chevron markings are used to guide traffic, separate opposing flows, or delineate traffic islands. Driving on them is generally prohibited. Question 25. When is it permissible to use a mobile phone while driving in Singapore? A. Only for B. Only when the vehicle is stationary and engine off. C. With a hands-free kit. D. At traffic lights. Answers is B. Only when the vehicle is stationary and engine off. Using a mobile phone while driving is illegal in Singapore, even with a hands-free kit, unless the vehicle is stationary with the engine switched off. Question 26. What does this sign indicate ahead? A. Smooth road. B. A hump or speed bump. C. Steep descent. D. Roadworks. Answers is B. A hump or speed bump. This hump bump sign warns drivers of a road hump or speed bump ahead, requiring them to reduce speed to avoid discomfort or damage to the vehicle. Question 27. What does this sign signify regarding priority? A. You are on a priority road. B. Give way to all traffic. C. End of priority road. D. Stop and give way. Answers is A. You are on a priority road. This priority road sign indicates that you are driving on a major road and generally have priority over traffic entering from minor roads, unless otherwise. Question 28. What does this sign mean for motorcyclists? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Motorcycle parking. D. Motorcycles yield. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This no entry for motorcycles sign prohibits motorcycles from entering the road or area where the sign is placed. Question 29. When parking in an angled parking lot, which way should your vehicle face? A. The curb. B. In the direction of traffic flow. C. Against traffic flows. D. Any direction is fine. Answers is B. In the direction of traffic flow. In angled parking lots, vehicles should generally be parked facing in the direction of traffic flow to allow for easier and safer exit from the parking space. Question 30. What is the primary danger when driving close behind a large vehicle? A. Engine noise. B. Visibility of the road ahead. C. Increased fuel consumption. D. Faster travel time. Answers is B. Visibility of the road ahead. Driving too closely behind a large vehicle significantly reduces your forward visibility, making it difficult to see hazards or traffic conditions ahead, increasing accident risk. Question 31. What does this sign warn about? A. Strong tailwind. B. Strong side winds. C. Wind tunnel ahead. D. No wind. Answers is B. Strong side winds. The side wind warning sign alerts drivers to potential strong crosswinds, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for vehicles requiring caution and a firm grip on the steering wheel. Question 32. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Two-way traffic. B. One-way road. C. End of one-way road. D. No entry. Answers is B. One-way road. This one-way road sign indicates that traffic flows in only one direction on the road ahead. Drivers must only proceed in the direction. Question 33. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Overtaking allowed. B. No overtaking. C. Overtake on left only. D. Overtake with caution. Answers is B. No overtaking. This no overtaking sign prohibits drivers from overtaking other motor vehicles on the section of road where the sign is posted, typically due to safety reasons. Question 34. What should you do if you accidentally miss your exit on an expressway? A. Reverse on the shoulder. B. Proceed to the next exit. C. Make a U-turn across the median. D. Stop and wait for assistance. Answers is B. Proceed to the next exit. Never reverse or attempt a U-turn on an expressway. It is extremely dangerous. Safely proceed to the next available exit and your route. Question 35. What is the primary rule for turning at a junction with traffic lights? A. Turn as quickly as possible. B. Give way to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. C. Turn even if the light is amber. D. Always turn without checking. Answers is B. Give way to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. When turning, especially right at a green light, you must give way to oncoming traffic that is proceeding straight and to pedestrians crossing the road, unless there's a specific turning arrow. Question 36. What does this sign warn drivers about? A. Temporary road closure. B. Road works ahead. C. New road opened. D. Speed limit increased. Answers is B. Road works ahead. This roadworks sign warns drivers of ongoing construction or maintenance on the road ahead, requiring them to slow down, exercise caution, and follow any temporary traffic directions. Question 37. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. End of expressway. B. Start of an expressway. C. Toll road ahead. D. Slow traffic zone. Answers is B. Start of an expressway. This motorway expressway sign indicates the beginning of an expressway, where specific rules and higher speed limits typically apply. Question 38. What does this sign mean for parking? A. Parking allowed. B. No parking allowed. C. Parking for specific vehicles. D. Parking for 30 mins. Answers is B. No parking allowed. The no parking sign prohibits parking of vehicles in the area. Stopping briefly to load or unload may be allowed, unlike no stopping. Question 39. Why is it important to check your tire pressure regularly? A. To make the car look good. B. For safety, fuel efficiency, and tire life. C. Only before long journeys. D. It only affects comfort. Answers is B. For safety, fuel efficiency, and tire life. Correct tire pressure is crucial for road safety, ensuring optimal grip and handling. It also helps in improving fuel efficiency and extending the of your tires. Question 40. When must you use your signal indicators? A. Only when other cars are present. B. Before turning, changing lanes, or stopping. C. Only after you start turning. D. Optional for experienced drivers. Answers is B, before turning, changing lanes, or stopping. Signal indicators must be used early and correctly to inform other road users of your intentions when turning, changing lanes, or preparing to stop. Question 41. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Uneven road. D. Road liable to floods. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This steep ascent sign warns drivers of a significant upward slope ahead, which may require a lower gear to maintain power and speed. Question 42. What does this sign indicate for cyclists? A. No cycling. B. Mandatory cycle track. C. Cyclists give way. D. Cycle parking. Answers is B. Mandatory cycle track. This cycle track sign indicates a dedicated path or lane that cyclists must use. Other vehicles are usually prohibited from using this track. Question 43. What does this sign prohibit? A. Entry into the. B. Stopping. C. Turning left. D. Parking. Answers is A. Entry into the. This no entry do not enter sign strictly prohibits vehicles from entering the road or area in the direction the sign is facing. It is often seen at the exit of one-way streets. Question 44. Why is defensive driving important? A. To arrive faster. B. To anticipate hazards and avoid accidents. C. To challenge other drivers. D. To save fuel. Answers is B. To anticipate hazards and avoid accidents. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards and dangerous situations and taking proactive measures to avoid accidents, protecting yourself and others. Question 45. What is the correct procedure for emergency braking? A. Pump the brakes gently. B. Press brake pedal firmly and steer. C. Release the steering wheel. D. Shift to neutral. Answers is B. Press brake pedal firmly and steer. In an emergency, apply maximum pressure to the brake pedal and steer to avoid the obstacle. Modern ABS systems allow for simultaneous braking and steering. Question 46. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Uneven road. D. Hump ahead. Answers is B. Steep descent. This steep descent sign warns drivers of a significant downward slope ahead, which may require selecting a lower gear to use engine braking and reduce reliance on the foot brake. Question 47. What does this sign indicate for drivers with trailers? A. Trailers only. B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. C. Trailers must turn right. D. Trailer parking. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. This no entry for vehicles with trailer sign prohibits vehicles towing a trailer from entering the road or area where the sign is displayed. Question 48. What does this sign recommend? A. Recommended speed is 50. B. Minimum speed is 50. C. Maximum speed is 50. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is A. Recommended speed is 50. This recommended speed 50 sign suggests a suitable speed of 50 kilometers per hour for safe and comfortable driving under normal conditions, but it is not a mandatory limit. Question 49. When approaching a zebra crossing, what should you do if pedestrians are waiting to cross? A. Sound horn and proceed. B. Stop and give way to pedestrians. C. Slow down and wave them across. D. Accelerate to clear the crossing. Answers is B. Stop and give way to pedestrians. At a zebra crossing, drivers must stop and give way to pedestrians who are on the crossing or waiting to cross. Failing to do so is an offense. Question 50. What is the consequence of not wearing A in Singapore? A. No consequence. B. Fine and demerit points. C. Verbal warning only. D. Only if involved in an accident. Answers is B. Fine and demerit points. It is mandatory for all occupants of a vehicle to wear in Singapore. Results in a fine and demerit points. Question 51. What does this sign indicate about the junction ahead? A. Roundabout ahead. B. Junction with a minor road. C. Traffic lights ahead. D. Major road ahead. Answers is B. Junction with a minor road. This junction with a minor road sign warns drivers that a minor road will join the main road ahead, usually from the right, and drivers from the minor road may need to give way. Question 52. What does this sign indicate for parking on days? A. Parking allowed. B. No parking on odd days. C. Parking on odd days only. D. No stopping. Answers is B. No parking on odd days. This no parking on days sign prohibits parking on the side of the road where it is displayed on dates with an odd number e.g. Question 53. What does this sign instruct drivers to do? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. U-turn. Answers is C. Turn left only. This turn left mandatory sign indicates that all vehicles must turn left at the junction or intersection where it is placed. Question 54. When approaching a controlled pedestrian crossing with a green man signal, what should a driver do? A. Accelerate to clear the crossing. B. Be prepared to stop if the light changes. C. Sound horn to warn pedestrians. D. Drive through quickly. Answers is B. Be prepared to stop if the light changes. Even with a green man, drivers should be prepared for the light to change. Always scan for pedestrians who might suddenly enter the crossing, even against the signal. Question 55. What is the safest way to change lanes on an expressway? A. Signal, then merge quickly. B. Signal, check mirrors, blind spot, then merge gradually. C. Just change lanes if clear. D. Wait for a gap and accelerate. Answers is B. Signal, check mirrors, blind spot, then merge gradually. The safest method involves signaling early, checking all mirrors, performing a head check for blind spots, and then merging smoothly and gradually into the desired lane. Question 56. What does this sign indicate? A. Railway crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. Road closed ahead. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B, railway crossing. This railway crossing sign warns drivers of an unprotected railway crossing ahead, requiring them to stop, look, and listen for trains before proceeding. Question 57. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. Motor vehicles only. B. No entry for motor vehicles. C. Motor vehicles turn right. D. Parking for motor vehicles. Answers is B. No entry for motor vehicles. This no entry for motor vehicles sign prohibits motor vehicles from entering the road or area where the sign is placed. Other modes of transport like bicycles or pedestrians may be allowed. Question 58. What does this sign denote about the traffic flow? A. Lane ends ahead. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Minimum speed for each lane. D. Lane closure. Answers is B. Of movement in lanes. This of movement in lanes general sign indicates the permitted directions of travel from each lane ahead of a junction, guiding drivers into the correct lane for their intended turn. Question 59. What should you do if your vehicle starts to aquaplane during heavy rain? A. Brake hard immediately. B. Ease off accelerator, steer straight, no sudden brakes. C. Turn the steering wheel sharply. D. Accelerate to regain grip. Answers is B. Ease off accelerator, steer straight, no sudden brakes. If your vehicle aquaplanes, ease off the accelerator, keep the steering wheel straight, and avoid sudden braking or steering. Allow the vehicle to slow down naturally until grip is regained. Question 60. Why is it important to keep a safe following distance? A. To see more clearly. B. To allow reaction time for sudden stops. C. To prevent tailgating. D. To save fuel. Answers is B. To allow reaction time for sudden stops. A safe following distance provides adequate time and space to react and stop safely if the vehicle in front suddenly brakes, preventing a collision. Question 61. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Railway. B. Railway crossing. C. Tram crossing. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This railway crossing sign warns drivers of an unprotected railway crossing with multiple tracks ahead, requiring extreme caution and vigilance for approaching trains from either direction. Question 62. What does this sign allow drivers to do? A. Give way to oncoming traffic. B. Priority over oncoming traffic. C. Stop for oncoming traffic. D. Turn left only. Answers is B. Priority over oncoming traffic. This priority over oncoming traffic sign indicates that you have the right of way over vehicles approaching from the opposite direction, especially on narrow sections of road. Question 63. What does this sign indicate about vehicle access? A. Goods vehicles only. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicles turn left. D. Loading zone. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This no entry for goods vehicles sign prohibits goods vehicles, vans from entering the road or area where the sign is displayed. Question 64. What is the correct procedure for stopping at a red traffic light? A. Stop after the stop line. B. Stop before the stop line. C. Stop only if traffic is heavy. D. Slow down and proceed with caution. Answers is B. Stop before the stop line. At a red traffic light, you must always stop your vehicle before the solid white stop line to avoid obstructing pedestrian crossings or traffic from other directions. Question 65. When should you use hazard warning lights? A. When driving in heavy rain. B. When your vehicle is stationary and causing an obstruction. C. When driving slowly. D. To thank other drivers. Answers is B. When your vehicle is stationary and causing an obstruction. Hazard warning lights should be used to alert other road users that your vehicle is temporarily stopped or broken down and may be causing an obstruction or danger. Question 66. What does this sign warn drivers about ahead? A. School entrance. B. Children crossing or playing near road. C. Pedestrian crossing. D. Playground ahead. Answers is B. Children crossing or playing near road. This children's sign warns drivers that children may be present on or near the road, often near schools or play areas, requiring increased caution and speed. Question 67. What does this sign denote for passenger cars? A. Movement of passenger cars only. B. No entry for passenger cars. C. Parking for passenger cars. D. Passenger drop-off point. Answers is A. Movement of passenger cars only. This movement of passenger cars sign indicates that the road or lane is for passenger cars only, or that a specific action applies exclusively to passenger cars. Question 68. What does this sign indicate about the location? A. Industrial area. B. Residential area living zone. C. Commercial district. D. No entry zone. Answers is B. Residential area living zone. This residential area living zone sign indicates the beginning of a residential area where pedestrians, especially children, may be present, and speed limits are typically lower with higher caution required. Question 69. What is the recommended hand position on the steering wheel? A. One hand at 12 o'clock. B. Both hands at 9 and 3 or 10 and 2. C. Resting on your lap. D. Holding the top of the wheel. Answers is B. Both hands at 9 and 3 or 10 and 2. Holding the steering wheel with both hands at the 9 and 3 or 10 and 2 o'clock positions provides the best control and leverage, especially in emergency maneuvers. Question 70. When is it safe to overtake another vehicle? A. On a blind corner. B. When vision is clear and it's safe and legal. C. Just before a junction. D. When the vehicle ahead is slow. Answers is B. When vision is clear and it's safe and legal. Overtaking is only safe and legal when you have a clear view of the road ahead, sufficient space, and there are no signs or road markings prohibiting it. Question 71. What does this sign indicate is ahead? A. Pedestrian crossing. B. Cyclists road. C. No entry for cyclists. D. Cycle path ends. Answers is B. Cyclists road. This cyclist sign warns drivers to be aware of cyclists potentially entering or leaving the roadway, requiring extra caution and attention to vulnerable road users. Question 72. What does this sign indicate regarding minimum speed? A. Maximum speed limit is 50. B. Minimum speed limit is 50. C. Recommended speed is 50. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. Minimum speed limit is 50. This minimum speed limit 50 sign indicates that vehicles must not travel below 50 kilometers per hour unless specific conditions, e.g., traffic congestion, prevent it. Question 73. What does this sign mean at a junction? A. Turn right only. B. Movement from left lane is left. C. No left turn. D. Left lane ends. Answers is B. Movement from left lane is left. This direction of movement in lanes, left sign, indicates that traffic in the left lane or lane must turn left at the upcoming junction. Question 74. Why should you never drive under the influence of drugs? A. It's uncomfortable. B. Impairs judgment, reaction time, and perception. C. Only if it's illegal drugs. D. It's less dangerous than alcohol. Answers is B. Impairs judgment, reaction time, and perception. Driving under the influence of any drugs, or otherwise, that impair your ability to drive safely is illegal and extremely dangerous as it affects your judgment, reaction time, and perception. Question 75. What is the primary purpose of lane markings on the road? A. To decorate the road. B. To guide traffic flow and delineate lanes. C. To mark parking spots only. D. To indicate speed limits. Answers is B. To guide traffic flow and delineate lanes. Lane markings, such as solid or broken lines, are crucial for guiding drivers, indicating permitted movements, and ensuring orderly and safe traffic flow. Question 76. What does this sign warn about? A. New road works. B. Other danger, accident-prone area. C. Road closed. D. Traffic congestion. Answers is B. Other danger, accident-prone area. This other danger, accident-prone area sign warns drivers of a specific or unusual hazard not covered by other signs, indicating a need for increased caution. Question 77. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Road for all vehicles. B. Road for motor vehicles only. C. End of motor vehicle road. D. No motor vehicles. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles only. This road for motor vehicles sign indicates the beginning of a road where only motor vehicles are permitted. Pedestrians, cyclists, and certain slow-moving vehicles may be prohibited. Question 78. What does this sign mean for using your horn? A. Sound horn often. B. No sounding of horn. C. Horn use recommended. D. Horn allowed only at night. Answers is B. No sounding of horn. This no sounding of horn sign prohibits the use of your vehicle's horn in the area, typically near hospitals or residential zones, except in emergency situations to prevent an accident. Question 79. What should you do if you encounter a stationary vehicle on the side of the road with its hazard lights on? A. Drive past quickly. B. Reduce speed and be prepared to stop. C. Sound your horn to alert them. D. Overtake closely. Answers is B. Reduce speed and be prepared to stop. Hazard lights indicate a potential problem or obstruction. You should reduce your speed and be prepared for sudden movements from the vehicle or people near it. Question 80. Why is it important to use your mirror frequently? A. To check your appearance. B. To be aware of traffic behind you. C. Only before stopping. D. To monitor passengers. Answers is B. To be aware of traffic behind you. Regularly checking your mirror helps you stay aware of the traffic situation behind you, which is essential for safe braking, turning, and lane changes. Question 81. What does this sign indicate ahead? A. Dangerous curve to the left. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Straight road ahead. D. Road narrows on the right. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. This dangerous curve to the right sign warns drivers of a sharp bend to the right ahead, requiring them to reduce speed and exercise caution. Question 82. What does this sign indicate about this location? A. No U-turn. B. Place first. C. Mandatory turn right. D. Dead end. Answers is B. Place for. This place for sign indicates a area where drivers are permitted to make a U-turn safely, often found on roads with central dividers. Question 83. What does this sign warn about? A. Dangerous curve to the left. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Road narrows. D. Series of curves. Answers is A. Dangerous curve to the left. This dangerous curve to the left sign warns drivers of a sharp bend to the left ahead, requiring them to reduce speed and exercise caution. Question 84. What should you do if your vision is obscured by a bright sun glare? A. Speed up to get past it. B. Slow down and use sun visor. C. Close your eyes briefly. D. Turn on high beams. Answers is B. Slow down and use sun visor. Sun glare can be very dangerous. Slow down, use your sun visor, wear sunglasses if available, and increase following distance to compensate for visibility. Question 85. When parallel parking, what is the first step after finding a suitable space? A. Turn the wheel fully left. B. Signal, then position your vehicle alongside the front car. C. Reverse straight into the space. D. Turn on hazard lights. Answers is B. Signal, then position your vehicle alongside the front car. First, signal your intention to park. Then, position your car parallel to the vehicle in front of the desired space, about a meter away, with your rear bumper aligned. Question 86. What does this sign indicate ahead? A. Road widens. B. Road narrows on both sides. C. Lane ends. D. New lane begins. Answers is B. Road narrows on both sides. This road narrows on both sides sign warns drivers that the road ahead will become narrower from both sides, requiring caution and potentially adjusting speed or lane position. Question 87. What does this sign indicate about the pedestrian crossing? A. No pedestrian crossing. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian zone. D. End of pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This pedestrian crossing ahead sign indicates that a pedestrian crossing is coming up, alerting drivers to be ready to stop for pedestrians. Question 88. What does this sign indicate for parking? A. No parking. B. Parking place ahead. C. Parking for buses only. D. Loading zone. Answers is B. Parking place ahead. This parking place ahead sign indicates that a parking area is ahead, allowing drivers to prepare to park their vehicles. Question 89. What should you do if your vehicle starts to skid? A. Brake hard. B. Ease off accelerator, steer into skid. C. Accelerate out of it. D. Close your eyes. Answers is B. Ease off accelerator, steer into skid. If your vehicle skids, ease off the accelerator and steer gently in the direction you want the front of the car to go into the skid. Avoid sudden braking or acceleration. Question 90. Why is it important to adjust your mirrors correctly? A. For aesthetic reasons. B. To minimize blind spots and see traffic clearly. C. Only for reversing. D. To reflect sunlight. Answers is B. To minimize blind spots and see traffic clearly. Proper mirror adjustment is vital for safety, allowing you to maximize your field of vision and minimize blind spots, helping you see surrounding traffic more clearly. Question 91. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Road widening. B. Change of road surface. C. Road works ahead. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Change of road surface. This change of road surface sign warns drivers that the type of road surface ahead will change e.g. from asphalt to gravel, which may affect grip and require speed. Question 92. What does this sign mean for bus stops? A. Bus lane ahead. B. Bus stop ahead. C. No buses allowed. D. Bus depot. Answers is B. Bus stop ahead. This bus stop ahead sign indicates that a public bus stop is ahead, alerting drivers to be aware of buses stopping or pulling out, and passengers waiting or alighting. Question 93. What does this sign indicate about traffic direction? A. Turn left only. B. Proceed straight or turn right. C. No right turn. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn right. This proceed straight or right mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in the lane or at the junction must either proceed straight or turn right, and no other movements are permitted. Question 94. What should you do if you see an ambulance with flashing blue lights and sirens approaching from behind? A. Maintain your speed. B. Pull over safely to the left and stop. C. Speed up to clear its path. D. Move to the right lane. Answers is B. Pull over safely to the left and stop. You must give way to emergency vehicles. Safely pull over to the left side of the road and stop, allowing them to pass unimpeded. Question 95. What is the primary danger of driving on tires? A. Fuel efficiency. B. Poor grip, increased braking distance, higher skid risk. C. Loud road noise. D. Faster acceleration. Answers is B. Poor grip, increased braking distance, higher skid risk. Tires have significantly tread depth, leading to poor grip, especially in wet conditions, increasing braking distances, and the risk of skidding and aquaplaning. Question 96. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. New road surface. B. Loose gravel or stone materials. C. Uneven road. D. Roadworks. Answers is B. Loose gravel or stone materials. This loose gravel sign warns drivers of loose stone materials on the road, which can cause skidding, flying debris, and grip, requiring speed and increased caution. Question 97. What does this sign mean for the lane? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight or turn left. C. No left turn. D. Lane ends. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn left. This proceed straight or left mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in the lane or at the junction must either proceed straight or turn left, and no other movements are permitted. Question 98. What does this sign advise about traffic? A. Clear road ahead. B. Traffic congestion ahead. C. Road closed. D. Roadworks. Answers is B. Traffic congestion ahead. This traffic congestion sign warns drivers of potential traffic jams or slow-moving traffic ahead, prompting them to prepare to slow down or stop. Question 99. What is the system of continual observation in safe driving? A. Only looking forward. B. Constantly scanning mirrors, road ahead and sides. C. Checking blind spots once per journey. D. Relying on car sensors only. Answers is B. Constantly scanning mirrors, road ahead and sides. Involves continuously scanning the road ahead, checking mirrors frequently, and being aware of your surroundings to anticipate potential hazards and react in time. Question 100. When driving in tunnels, what is a crucial safety measure to observe? A. Switch on high beam headlights. B. Switch on headlights and maintain safe distance. C. Increase speed to exit quickly. D. Sound your horn continuously. Answers is B. Switch on headlights and maintain safe distance. In tunnels, headlights must be switched on for visibility, and a safe following distance is vital due to potentially visibility and limited escape routes in.